day 1 of remote learning. This is going to be our math lesson. Today it is April 13th, 2020. It is Monday. I hope you guys are enjoying your break with your family and staying healthy. I miss you all very much, and I hope that we can get back to school very soon. But in the meanwhile, let's go ahead and do some learning and get as much work as we can and are able to get done. Today you are going to need your math workbook. You are going to need maybe some type of manipulator to help you count. And really you are going to need some dimes and some pennies. So go ahead and look around your house. You can pause this video if you need to, and then you can restart it once you have all your materials, and then we can get started. So we are going to use problem set 6 of lesson 6. So we're going to use the problem set for lesson 6. It should be pages 22 and 23 in your module 4 workbook. So when we were in school, we actually did this lesson. So some of you guys may not have this problem set in your workbook, and that is okay. I went ahead and I posted a link on Classroom Dojo, and I also posted it on Google Classroom. So you can print it out if you are able to. If not, just follow along so that this is a refresher so that you can begin problem set 7 tomorrow and the homework if you are able to. So in school, the last thing we talked about was ways to show 10. We made an anchor chart at school together, and unfortunately I wasn't able to bring it, but I made you guys a brand new one. So I'll go ahead and reintroduce our anchor chart since it's been a bit since we've been in our math classroom. So different ways to show 10. Remember that there are lots of ways to show 10. If I show you guys a number, a lot of you guys have different ways that you would show me with your drawings how you would represent that number. One way you can do that is with a tens block. So it's made up of 10 little blocks. If you notice, there is 10 little blocks in here, and we put these like this so that we don't have to count them every time. So if I see like 3 or 4 or a lot of these, I know that there is 10 in each of them, so that I can count by 10 instead of having to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That takes a lot longer. So that's why we place them in groups so that we can count them faster. If you notice, these are ones. These are 10 little ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So these are 10 little ones. This takes longer to count if we look at this, because we have to count each one of these individual ones to make sure. And then that way, when we're drawing and we're trying to represent numbers, we don't have to draw 27 little blocks of these. We can draw 2 of these and 7 little of these guys. Another way to show 10 that we talked about in our classroom was the quick 10. Remember, the quick 10 is just a line, and then we showed the rest of the number. For example, like 13, we would draw the line and draw the 3 little circles. We do the quick 10 so that we don't have to do all the boxes, so it is easy for us to understand. We do the quick 10 if we are writing fast, which is why it's called the quick 10, so we can represent 10 with this. Another way we can represent 10 that I noticed in your workbook and in your math book is groups of 10. So sometimes in your workbook I noticed that there was like 10 little flowers, or like they had fries too. I noticed a drawing with fries. If you notice, these have 10 fries in there. So this is a group of 10. So if I ask you how many groups of 10 do you see? Yes, I see 10 fries, but there is only one group of these 10 fries. So this is a group of 10, which is another way to show 10. Another way that we also showed 10 was our 10 frames. Remember that we use 10 frames to help us add. We use 10 frames to help us subtract. We use 10 frames to help us count. So 10 frames are made up of 10 little boxes with 10 little circles inside, and sometimes we use them to add or subtract, and we either draw more circles on or we cross them out to help us subtract. Another way that we showed 10 is drawing a line and drawing 5 circles in one color and 5 circles in a different color. That way it was easy for us to count. Another way to show 10, which is why I also told you that you need pennies and dimes for this lesson, is a dime. So if you notice, the dime has the olive branch and it has a torch and it has some type of other branch on the back side of it. And on the front side of it, it has the profile of Franklin D. Roosevelt, which is one of our presidents. And this is a way to show 10. If you show me one dime, I know that you are showing me 10 because it is worth 10 cents. Another way you can show me 10 is by showing me 10 pennies. Remember that each penny is worth 1 cent. So right here I see 10 pennies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I see 10 pennies, so I see 10 cents. So this is another way to show me 10. So this amount of pennies is the same amount as a dime. So 10 pennies are the same as this. So this can equal this. That is a true number sentence. 10 pennies equal 1 dime. So these are ways to show 10. I am going to place some numbers on the screen that are going to look like this, which is going to be my blocks, and it's going to show you a 10 and a 1, and we are going to categorize those. Remember, when we see numbers, they have a place value. So we are going to chart them into 10s and 1s, which is why we see all these groups of 10s. So in your drawing or in your pictures that I pause and show you guys right now, if you see one of these, that means there is 1 10. So I would put the 1 10 right here. Or if you see one of these, there is 1 10. So depending on what number I'm going to show you guys, I am going to show it to you with the blocks that I just showed you, and then I'm going to display it with coins, and then I'm going to ask that you think about where we are going to put that number in place value. Where would I put it in my chart? So let's go ahead and get started. We'll do problem 1 and we'll move forward from there, okay? Hi guys. So before we get started with our review, you are going to need a piece of paper, and on that piece of paper you are going to write down the number. I'm going to put a number on the screen, and it's going to look like a picture like this, and you are going to need your coins, your dimes, and your pennies. So I'm going to put a number like this on the screen, and then you are going to show me with your dimes and your pennies how to make this number. And then you're going to pause it until you are ready with your dimes and your coins, and then you can check it, because I'm going to post a picture of how you should have shown me and represented the number that I showed you guys. So we're going to start with problem 1, and I'm going to display it on the screen. And I want you to write the number down to tell me what number it is that I'm showing you. And then I want you to draw a little box like this, and I want you to place it in the 10s and the 1s category. You're going to tell me how many 10s and how many 1s I have. And then you are also going to show me with your coins, remember that. So I'm going to give you some time to think about it. Alright, so the first picture I showed you. Okay, so for the first number, I showed you guys this number right here. If you see, I see one group of 10, 1 10, and 1 1. So I know that there is 10 little dots and 1, so 10, and I counted down 11. So I have 11. That means that I have one group of 10 and 1 1, okay? And the way that I can show that as well is to show it like this. So I see 1 dime and 1 penny. So if you see 1 dime and 1 penny, you see 1 dime that would go in the tens and 1 penny that would go in the ones. So the number that we are talking about is 11. So now let's go ahead and go to the next number. I'm going to show you the other number with the blocks. I want you to write down on your piece of paper what number it is that I made. I want you to then also make a box and show me the tens and the ones. Put them in their place value, okay? And then when you are done with that, you're going to use your coins to show me the number that I show you guys next, okay? Make sure that you pause the video, and until you are done sorting your coins and you show them, then you resume the video, because the next part of this video is going to show you the answer in coins, okay? So the next number that I'm going to put up. So if you noticed, the number that I showed you guys on the screen looked like this. We had a long tens block and 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 ones. So we have the long tens, we have 1 group of tens, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 ones. So the number we made is 14. If I wanted to show that with coins, I would show that like this. Bring that up a little bit closer. I have 1 dime and 4 pennies. If you look, remember that the dime is 10 cents. So I start counting with 10. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Remember that I only count these as ones because they are worth 1 cent. So I have 10 for 1 10, 1 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 ones. So 14 cents is what I have. Okay? So for the next problem, I'm going to pause the video and show you guys a number that looks like this.